History is defined by epic conflicts, empires rising and collapsing, wars that reshaped nations, and battles that decided the fate of the world for generations. But in 1932, Australia faced a threat so strange and unexpected, it sounded less like history and more like a joke no one was prepared for. They weren't fighting rebels. They weren't fighting an invading army. They weren't defending their borders. They were fighting birds. After World War I, Australia was exhausted. Veterans returned home to drought, debt, broken land, and farms barely holding on. Then the emus arrived. Tens of thousands migrated inland, trampling crops, destroying livelihoods, and leaving farmers helpless overnight. Farmers had no defense. Fields were ruined, income vanished, and frustration slowly spread across Australia. With no other options left, farmers demanded action, and the government made a decision that shocked everyone. The military was deployed. What began as a farming problem officially became a war. Soldiers arrived carrying Lewis machine guns, trucks, and thousands upon thousands of rounds of ammunition. The mission was brutally simple and dangerously confident. Eliminate the emu population once and for all. But there was one critical flaw in the plan. Emus do not behave like soldiers, and they never follow orders. When the shooting started, the emus didn't panic or scatter blindly. They adapted, moved fast, and disappeared. Machine guns jammed again and again, turning powerful weapons into useless metal at the worst possible moments. Emus were faster than expected, sprinting across open land, changing direction, and outrunning trained soldiers. Even mounted guns failed. Military trucks bounced, stalled, and struggled to keep up with their targets. Thousands of bullets were fired into the outback, yet very few emus were ever confirmed dead. Some officers joked that the emus had learned tactics, moving in ways that made them nearly impossible to hit. News spread quickly across the country. The military wasn't winning, and the operation was becoming embarrassing. After weeks of failure, the operation was quietly abandoned, with no victory and no explanation. The Great Emu War ended in defeat, not for the birds, but for the Australian military. When the soldiers withdrew, the emus remained exactly where they were, untouched, calm, and undefeated. The government quietly changed strategy, replacing soldiers with fences, bounties, and long-term solutions. Newspapers mocked the outcome, turning a serious military operation into a national humiliation. Today, the Great Emu War is remembered as one of the strangest defeats in recorded history. It revealed a hard truth. Modern weapons alone do not guarantee victory. Sometimes nature doesn't need strategy, planning, or firepower. It only needs to survive. In the end, history didn't remember the bullets, the guns, or the soldiers. It remembered the birds. No medals were awarded. No victories were celebrated. Only silence followed the failure. Just a lesson, buried deep in history, waiting to be rediscovered. This was the Great Emu War.